Morning, everyone. This is City Lot Gardening. It's January the 24th, and I'm standing here on the bridge right before you get to our property. Now, this road dead ends right at our property. There's a hunting club on this side of the street, and at that gate down there, that's where you can go into the landowner's property beside of us, but there's no homes anywhere. This is 980 acres of hunting land, and this is 90 acres of the owner's property. And the fellow we bought the property from, he maintains that property. So he gave us access to, if you'll see this power line here, if you'll follow this power line down, there's a nice creek about 5 or 6 power lines down. He gave us access to some good fishing down there at a nice deep creek. But here's our property line right here at the creek. I'll give you show you a view of this side. And you can get a good view of the home. It's basically just a little small cabin that a retired gentleman and his wife built. They were RVers. And we have an acre of land on a dead-end road in southern Mississippi. We came from Greenwood, Indiana, middle of the city. And it's just so peaceful out here. There's no cars running up and down the streets. You don't really hear anyone out. Our closest neighbor is probably a quarter mile down the street. And we did have to downsize tremendously. We came from a 1,200 square foot home down to a 600 square foot. I guess you could call this maybe a larger tiny home or tiny home. But we did a lot of downsizing, a lot of trips to Goodwill. A lot of our family and friends, they got a lot of our stuff that we didn't need anymore. So here's the hunting club land. And here's the neighbor's property, the fence. And I'll walk you down the property line. And we have a mess to pick up here. We've got some old lumber and stuff that the previous homeowner left us. But I'll get to that. I may even make some things out of it. And there's our, excuse me, we have two 18 by 12 by 18 carports there. Sorry if the sun's in your eyes blinding you. It comes up right there. So we're going to have to readjust our gardening plans. I've tracked the sun and it kind of goes from east to west here. So this may be a gardening site here where we can finally get a nice big rectangle like we were after or wanted to do instead of perimeter gardening at our small location in Greenwood. But if you can look down through there, the power lines, and about 5, 6 power poles, you hit a nice creek. And I'll give you a view of the side of the property here. And our property line actually goes back in the woods here, back down to the creek. But I don't want to walk down there through all of that with the tablet. We got a nice little clear spot down here we can go in. We have several fruit trees on the property, some blueberry bushes. We weren't able to bring a lot of our stuff that we had planted, but we did bring some seed potatoes, and we did bring some, I think a couple of cloves of garlic we had left over. And we were able to bring our strawberry plants that were in containers. I couldn't dig anything up because the ground was just frozen solid. This is where I made the video the other day. This is our property. We can walk right back over here. This little point. Give you a shot of the sandbar. Got a few things we'll have to clean up underneath there. He left some insulation. We'll get that underneath the house. And then the creek actually runs. We own past the creek here. I'm sorry again for the sun in your eyes. So here's another little sandbar. Walk you down through here. Beautiful pine trees. Mississippi has beautiful pine tree groves. The drive down here was just awesome. And this, you can see the creek runs up to the bridge. It's just so peaceful out here. It does wonders for the soul. The Lord certainly blessed us with this place. We've looked for several years. And you know, every time you think you find a deal, we would find offer pending, offer pending. So it was a little bit disheartening, and we actually stopped looking. And then all of a sudden one day, our daughter came. She lives down here in Biloxi and Gulfport on the border of both. She came back to get her vehicle out of the driveway and called her mom and said she wished we could get down here. So we started looking, and believe it or not, that day we found this place and contacted the real estate agent, made an offer, drove down and looked at it, and confirmed that offer. And it all worked out. So yeah, don't mind the mess here. We're still in the moving van is empty, but it's all in the carports. And here's the container strawberries. We were able to get these guys down here, and it's just a little cabin tucked down in the woods. Get shut of the stuff. And we're getting this all organized back in here. So there you go. City lot garden, going country. Thanks for watching.